What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian from PixlFeed here. And in this video, I'm going to give you guys a Facebook ads CBO tutorial. You're going to watch over the shoulder as I set up a brand new campaign on a brand new account to test a brand new product on a brand new store. How do I set that campaign from A to Z over my shoulder, step by step? But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to show you how I set up a campaign from the get-go on a brand new account to test a brand new product. So I'm going to show you step by step how I set up the campaign for cold traffic, along with a retargeting campaign and the audiences that I create to have ready to go once we get going. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is log in into our ads manager. I'm going to hit the create button here. And sometimes you're going to get an option for guided creation or quick. I go for quick because, you know, this is what I do for a living. So campaign name, we're going to name it, I'm going to do campaign budget optimization because by the time you watch this, it's probably mandatory. So CBO, I'm going to name it interest, top of the funnel. Okay, so I know that's cold traffic. I'm going to change this to conversions because I want sales. Okay, you got to tell Facebook what you want. If you want brand awareness, that's what you're going to tell. If you want traffic, you can do traffic. Traffic is for like blogs and stuff like that. Lead generation, if you're going to do lead generation through a built-in form through Facebook. Engagement, likes, whatever, you get the idea. This is for an e-com product that I want to test. My budget, I'm going to set at $100 because I'm going to do 4 different ad sets. I'm going to do 4 different interests. So I'm going to set it at $100, but you can start with 25. You can start with 50. This is a brand new account, so it's going to cap me, I think, at 50 for the first couple of days. So ad set number 1. So I usually like to grab this, copy, ad set name, Control V, and interest. I'm just going to delete this because here's where I put the interest name. So I always do one open. Okay, and then I like to do this for my creative, evergreen. Did I spell that right? Carousel? Nope. There you go. Carousel. Okay, so save draft. Yeah, see, it's a brand new account, so it's capping at 50. All right, so conversions, $100. Let me close this. Okay. I want to do lowest cost because I want Facebook to go for the cheapest conversion possible, for the cheapest CPA, cost per acquisition, okay? You have options for manual bidding, bid cap, target cost. I have a video that explains all these different bidding methods, so check that out. I'll put the card up here so you can see it, or the link in the description. But I'm gonna start with lowest cost because I want Facebook to do all the work for me. I wanted to go for the quickest, cheapest conversion, for that low hanging fruit. Okay, then I'm going to move into my ad set. Okay, and I'm going to choose my event. In this case, it's purchase. Again, I want to tell Facebook to get me what I want, which is a purchase. I want sales. Okay, so this one, I always start all my campaigns at midnight. So 12 midnight. And the reason for that is that if you start a campaign halfway through the day, Facebook is going to accelerate spending to catch up, and it's not going to optimize properly in the first day. So you're essentially kind of wasting money. So I like to set it at midnight. That way I know it's spaced out throughout the day like it's supposed to be. All right. Again, my budget is set at the campaign level, $100 because I'm going to do 4 different ad sets. Okay. And this is the first one, but you'll see how I create the other ones. So this one's going to be wide open. I always like to do a wide open ad set and just let the Facebook AI do its thing. Okay. So I'm going to choose my country. In this case, it's going to be United States, 18 to 65. This is a product for women. If it's a product that's for both, I will just leave all, but this is for women. So I just wanted to go for women. Placements. Always go with an automatic placement because Facebook does a fantastic job of placing the creative and the ad what it thinks is going to convert the most at the right time. When you do manual placements, you're actually choking out the algorithm and your costs are going to be higher. Back in the day, I used to be very finicky about placements, and I used to choose my placements myself. But in the past 6 months, Facebook has been fantastic about doing its job. Optimization is going to be conversions. I'm seeing this because it's a brand new Pixel. Conversions, and here I'm going to do 1 day click or view. Again, I have another video on the channel where I explain the 1 day, 7 day whole deal, but the short version is I want people who are impulse buyers. So I want 1 day click or view, okay? If it's a proven product, if you have a proven brand, then you do 7 days, okay? To give it, that's how much time you're letting, the window of time you're giving Facebook to get the 50 conversions to exit the learning phase. Which, believe it or not, that's what Facebook tells you. It's like, oh, you got to exit the learning phase, choose the best, blah, blah, blah. But I have campaigns kicking ass where they're still stuck in the learning phase. So, sometimes Facebook says one thing and does another. But, optimally, you want to get 50 conversions in that window that you're giving it. So 1 day or 7 days. All right. But the rule is, if you want impulse buyers, just choose 1 day click or view. I've tested both immensely, and the difference, it's very minor. Okay. So 1 day or click or view. We're going to move on to the ad itself. And I'm going to start this with a carousel ad because it's a product that I can showcase and with different pictures. So here I'm going to do carousel. I like to do a minimum of 2 creatives per ad set. Okay. Since my budget in this campaign is $100, I'm going to do 4 ad sets. I'm going to choose 2 creatives per ad set. So think about it this way. If I'm using a $100 budget, that $100 budget is going to be spread out through 4 different ad sets. I want it to be 20, 20, 20. So 4 $20 ad sets, right? Or $25 ad sets, sorry. Not 20, 25. Okay. So I'm going to do a carousel ad, okay? And I already loaded up my creatives on this account. When I'm testing a new product, I like to go with square images, okay? Why is that? Because if I'm testing a new product and if I don't know if it's a winner, you use a square image, which is the size, whether it's 2048 by 2048 or whatever, because it would be placed on every single placement correctly. Right? So you don't have to worry about different sizes. Now, if you have a winning product, a product that's what we call a winner, that's proven, then you want to create different creatives for different placements. Okay? So if you were choosing like single image, whatever you were to add media, you're going to see this box, see where you can choose the aspect ratio, right? So you got squared, you got vertical, full screen horizontal. So full screen vertical is for stories, vertical is for square is for the news feed. So you go ahead and select your images. If you're starting out, make sure they're square images, 1 by 1. So 1080 by 1080, 2048 by 2048. If it's not, Facebook will resize it for you. But for testing purposes, just use a square image so it can be placed everywhere. So Facebook can place it anywhere, whether it's Instagram, Facebook feed, or audience network. Once you have a proven product or what we call a winner, or if you have a brand and you know that you're already selling something you're already selling, then I highly recommend you you design your creative specifically to each different placement. And when you go in here, Facebook will show you the sizes. Okay, so I'm just trying to move quick for this video. So there's my headline. So I'm gonna add a couple of cards. I should like to do like 5, but it's up to you. You don't have to do 5 because I said so. Okay, so we have that. We need our link, which I have ready to go here. Okay. Facebook already filled it in everywhere, so we're ready to go there. I can add my ad copy. So I'm going to come right here to primary text. And I gotta add some emojis. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so I got all my emojis in there, all ready to go. I have my link on there. And then I'm gonna change this to shop now because I want people to shop now. If it's like an info product or lead, I usually do learn more. All right, but you know, you always gotta test. You gotta test everything. Make sure your pixel is turned on here. Conversion tracking on, offline events on. Build your URL parameter. This is how you tag your campaign. So if you're using Google Analytics, you know where the traffic is coming from. So I like to do, this is how I do it. Facebook, that's a source. CPC, cost per click. And then I choose campaign name, ad set name. I add a new parameter and I call it ad name. And then I choose ad name right here. And then apply, and just like that, our campaign's tagged. So we go on Google Analytics, we can see where our sales are coming from. Okay, so I'm not gonna publish this just yet. Okay, so I'm gonna close this because we still gotta create another version of this ad. So I'm gonna duplicate existing campaign. Don't touch anything else here. And for this one, we're going to do, let's do a video. So I'm actually going to convert. And the reason why I duplicate it is because I don't have to redo everything again. I just got to change the creative. So I'm going to do a video. I'm going to turn these images into a video. So I'm going to do create video. Click on that. And then I'm going to choose my images. Just like that, continue. And which one do I want to go with? I don't want the logo on there because it takes too much space. Not a big fan. So I'm gonna do feature an image. Let's do that. And let's customize it. I'm gonna remove the logo. So we do image 2. We'll do, scene 3. Why is it not letting me? Oh, I chose the wrong template. Go back. Let's see, where's the multiple images? There you go, that one. Customize, 2 to 6 images. They're already ready to go. Like to do, I let the copy do the talking. Just a video, I just use it to show stuff off. All right, so no text. And I let Facebook redo them for vertical on their own. So this is why it's so important that you start with a square image. Okay, so now it's gonna create my video. I'm gonna rename this to Evergreen Video Slideshow. Okay, so I can tell what each one of them is. We wait for Facebook. I need my headline, so I'm gonna grab it from here. Headline, there it is. Okay, where's my headline? Put that in there. Shop now, make sure everything's on. Why do you do this? It's still going. So we're waiting and waiting. And now it's done. And you know what? Now that I'm more think about it, I'm gonna do a second headline. So You can always test multiple copies or test multiple headlines. So I'm gonna do a second headline here. And where is my emoji? Hearts, there it is. Exactly what I wanted. Copy. There it is. And that is ready to go. Everything's the same. Double check everything. We're good to go. So I'm only going to do 2 creatives for this per ad set, like I mentioned before. So I'm going to close this. It's ready to go. We're still in draft. We go back to ad sets. Okay. So make sure I choose everything here. Go back to ad sets. Bring this up. I'm going to select this. I'm going to duplicate my ad set. Existing campaign. And you can do as many copies as you want at the same time. I'm gonna do it for this video. For video purposes, I'm gonna do one by one so I don't confuse you guys. So I'm gonna do just one. And yes, you wanna share all the existing reactions, comments, and shares on new ads. So duplicate. I'm gonna choose our next interest. So this one's gonna be CrossFit, just because I know my interest by what works and what doesn't in this type of with this type of product. So woman, everything's the same, nothing changes here because it was just duped. Close this, and I'm going to duplicate this again. Existing campaign, one more time. This is squats. Okay, I'm going to do squats. Detail targeting. Squat exercise. There it is. Expand. Always leave this on. Okay. So there's that. Actually squat. Okay. Close this. Go to this. I'm going to do one more. I'm actually going to use an audience that I brought over from a different account. So this doesn't count for you guys. Okay. And if you're using a custom audience, right? If you already have a custom audience, what you do is I get rid of the interest, and then I go right here. And then I choose my custom audience, and it's right there. Okay. That's it. As easy as that. Okay, so before I launch my campaign, which I should have done this from the beginning, but I didn't, so I'm going to do it right now. I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to go to audiences, and we're going to create our audiences that we need to exclude in every single ad set so we do it right. Okay, so create audience, custom audience. And these are the basic audiences you always want to have, okay? So all website visitors. So you can see right here, all website visitors, 180 days because that's the max. And I named this visitors in 100 days. So I create that audience. Done. The next audience I'm going to create is my purchase audience, because you want to exclude anybody who has purchased in the past. So we're going to go here to purchase, 180 days. I'm going to name our audience purchase 180 days. So we're going to create that. Okay. And while we're here, you know what? Let's create our add to cart. So you want to have these audiences ready to go. So add to cart, because this is how you scale later on. And then we have our basic ones here. You want page views. I actually set off the pixel, but you guys didn't see that part. Behind the scenes. stuff. So I needed to get it done. So I do my page views, and then I do my view content. And those right there are my basic audiences, okay? Because you use these for retargeting. All right, back to our ads. So we're gonna go in here and we need to exclude So I'm going to exclude website visitors. So anyone who's been to the site and anybody who has purchased, just as a fail-safe. Because when you're running cold traffic, you want the ads to go to people who have never heard of you before. Okay, so you exclude anybody who's purchased from you in the past or visited the site. Okay, so here goes that. Goes this. And then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to create my retargeting campaign. So create. And I'm going to create a new campaign. So I'm going to call this retargeting. Oh. And I'm going to do this as a DPA because it's e-com. So DPA stands for dynamic product ads, where you have a catalog hooked up to the store, and that's how you get, you know, the products that you saw. You know, when you're scrolling through your feed and you see like the product you saw in a store earlier, that's called dynamic product ad. So we go to catalog sales, it's catalog sales, that's DPA, dynamic products ads. We choose our catalog right here. This one I'm only going to do $10 because it's starting out, so you don't need that much. I'm going to call the ad set 30 days. So anybody who's been to the store in the past 30 days, this is just to get it going. All right, and all products catalog, save to draft. Make sure your catalog is selected. Daily budget, again, lowest cost. We can go to our ad set, just one ad set. All products, start at midnight. Okay. And you're going to choose retarget ads to people who interacted with your products on and off Facebook. We're going to change this to 30 days because we're starting out. Okay, and you can always up the budget on it. Automatic placement, always automatic placement, always. And I want conversions, not link clicks. And again, 1 day click or view. Impulse buyers, people who are going to buy. Okay, so there's my retargeting campaign. I'm going to set up the ad for it. I'm going to go to my ad. And it's a change the, make sure the right page is selected. When you have multiple accounts, it will choose like random stuff. Okay, so we got that on there. And there's the wrong domain in there. I got to change that. So I add the right domain. Okay, we got that. Facebook pixels on, offline events, build URL parameter. Always, you got to keep track of everything. So Facebook. Cost per click. Campaign name. Ad set name. Ad name. Ad name, apply. We got everything in there. Open deep link, everything's good. And we need our text. So let me get my copy. Got my copy on there. And I like to all right. And that's it. We're good to go. So close that. Make sure everything looks good. And review and publish. So this comes up and you hit publish. And then your campaigns are going to start to publish. And as you can see, now they're scheduled, ready to go. So they're going to kick in at midnight. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to check out the links in the description below for my top 3 books in digital media that you must have. And as always, check out the boxes right above me. Move on to the next video. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.